Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video where we talk about the cards coming out in the draft box. The draft box is coming out at the end of this week, so make sure if you guys want to grab your draft boxes or your singles, make sure to use my TCG player link in the description below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the awesome Dragon Ball Super content that I post here. If you guys are looking for a Dragon Ball Super community to get in touch with, make sure to use the Discord in the description below. Amazing group of people, really helpful people. And finally, guys, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to check out the Patreon in the description below. Lots of competitive content now that we are in competitive season. Really helps out a lot all around. With that being said, we'll get into this video. So, with the new cards coming out of the draft box, the Duo Power Rares, they're pretty weird. In terms of pairs, they're very, very weird. I feel like a lot of them are like one of the cards in the pair is really good and the other one's really lackluster, but the ones that are good are really, really good. Like we'll get into it and we'll talk about it. So Vegeta Saiyan Tag Team. So this guy is a 4-drop 20k. Lots of high costs, but lots of ways to cheat them in, so that's something to keep in mind. He's an activate battle for 1 colorless. He's also a U7. That's really worth mentioning. Activate battle for 1 energy. Choose one of your U7 or U6 battle cards being attacked, so only on defense during your defensive combo steps. It gets plus 6,000 power till the end of the next turn. Then play this card until the end of your next turn, sorry. Then play this card from your hand, and you cannot play another one of this card for the duration of the turn. So a couple things to note here. Again, it's only defensively, so you have to do it on your defensive combos, but it's basically going to be like a 10k combo for that whole turn, because if you have let's say a 15k attacking a 15k, right, and you combo to 21k, that means your opponent would theoretically have to go 10k higher to beat that battle card on anything else if they swing more 15ks, right? It's like 20ks aren't going to get the job done on the rest of those attacks. So it's basically a 10k combo on defense, pretty neat, and it's a free 20k body, which is actually really relevant. Cool thing to note about this too is that this actually is usable in the U6 deck, the blue-yellow version. Just because it's a red card, it doesn't require any specific kind of energy to combo with, and it does protect Universe 6 cards. So it's another free 20k beater. It's really helpful in that kind of aggro sphere, because for that 1 energy you get a 20k beat stick. So really, really good in that regard. I think it's also gonna be really good in like U7 Gohan, because you combo with it and then you attack with it for a 20k pressure, and on the awakened side, after attacking with it, you can then combo it away to draw 2 cards. So this card, very good. Now, what I was talking about with the other card being weird, Cabba Saiyan Tag Team. This is a 3-drop 19k barrier blocker auto at the end of your turn. Switch card to active mode. This card is incredibly underwhelming for, you know, the pair of that tag team. It's a blocker barrier that's pretty cool. I don't think Red had a 3-drop blocker barrier or even a 2-drop one, but they missed the ball on this a lot. Like, for one, for being such a high rarity card in the set, this card is pretty lackluster. Doesn't really do a whole lot. The other thing too is, like, it's not even a 15k, so you can't even grab it off of the 4-drop red Caulifla from Tournament Power. That's pretty unfortunate. Again, yeah, this card is pretty lackluster, so yeah, unfortunate. But it's nice that the cards do work on their own. Like, you don't need the Cabba to play this Vegeta in any deck, which is nice. It's just kind of weird that, like, if the Cabba was good, the Vegeta's hand would just be kind of chilling there, like Mr. Hand from Smash Bros. Or whatever his name is. But nonetheless, I'm babbling, so we'll go on. Uneasy Alliance Son Goku, 2-drop 15k counterattack. So you negate an attack with it for 2 energy. When you play this card, choose 1 battle card other than this card with an energy cost of 3 or less and return to the owner's hand. So this can target a card on your board or your opponent's board. Again, a U7, so it's very, very worth noting. Same idea as U7 Gohan from before. You can attack with it on the awakened side, combo it to draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. You can also kind of flute back any of your own cards that you want to reapply their effects. So it's when energy costs 3 or less. So nice thing is, like, you can do overwhelms with that if applicable. During your opponent's turn, I guess it's not really going to be applicable, but during your turn, that is very possible. And it's another good card for things like Universe 7 Frieza. It's just another negate with a relevant body. And it's also a Goku evolved target. I feel like we haven't been getting a ton of Gokus lately, so a 2-drop 15k blue Goku seems like a very, very good thing to get. And that's going to be usable with like Kind Saiyan Son Goku. It's going to be usable in like Gogeta 7 fusion decks. So pretty neat that we're just getting more Gokus. Uneasy Alliance Frieza. We have another 2-drop 15k auto. When you play this card, draw 1. So 215, good stats, drawing 1, pretty good. And when this card returns to the owner's hand from a battle area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and return to the owner's hand. So that's going to go in tandem with the Goku. If you negate and bounce this guy back to your own hand, you get the added benefit of bouncing one of your opponent's cards, and then you could later on replay the Frieza. It is kind of expensive for 2 energy, and I know 2 energy might not sound super expensive, but it really is when games are ending on like turn 5. So decent pairing of cards. This is a situation where both the cards are, I think, are just decent, not terrible, not great. Son Gohan, Master and Pupil. This card, in my opinion, is excellent. So 3-drop 5k, awful stats. 10k combo, pretty bad too, but the activate main is really good. So activate main, pay a green, send this card from your hand to your warp. At the end of your opponent's next turn, play the card you sent to your warp with this skill from your warp. So basically, at the end of your opponent's like turn 1, turn 2, depending on who went first, you get a free guy in play. When you play this card, choose up to 2 cards in your life, add them to your hand. So the thing I really like about this card is basically a turn 1 take 2 life self-awaken. This can be really relevant against things like Shenron, against things like Toa. Very relevant there, because in those matchups where they're not hitting you a lot, that's basically a draw 2. I know a lot of people don't like to consider taking life the same thing as drawing, but in a matchup where they're going to starve you of your life, it basically is drawing, and you want to get to that awakened state faster so you can basically meet your game plan. This card is very good. Now if you go to the Piccolo, this card is incredibly strange. So 2-drop 15k, good stats, auto burst 3. When this card attacks, look it up to 5 cards from top of your deck, then choose 1 battle card with a combo power of 10k or among them, and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So a few things here. This can add the Gohan, which is like kind of neat. This adds 10k combos, so it can add super combos, which is pretty cool. But the thing with that is like you're bursting 3, so you have the opportunity to mill anything you might want to search, which is not that great. And if you're not searching super combos, you're searching, you know, 1 energy 10k combos, which a lot of times can be pretty clunky and pretty weird. So for that reason, I'm not a huge fan of this card. I don't think it's going to be very great. I think the Gohan on its own is excellent. I think that's why I gave it a little bit more of a standalone picture, but really good card nonetheless. Bardock and Goku, this combo I'm very excited about. So Bardock's a 2-drop 15, activate main. If your lead card is yellow, your opponent has 3 or more energy, and this card is not in play in your battle area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. If you switch a card to rest mode, play this card from your hand. So I'm pretty sure it's all one effect. Like the fact that if you switch the card to rest mode, play this card from your hand is a separate sentence makes me potentially think you can do this if you like tap something with a different effect. I don't think that is the case though. I think it's all one effect, but someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Next up, we got to read the Goku that this goes with. 4-drop 15k blocker. I feel like blocker is like a really random keyword they just threw on there, but it can be relevant, so that's pretty neat. It's better than like crit. It's not better than crit or double strike, but I guess they felt like crit or double strike would have been too busted on this kind of card, so they decided to give it blocker. So at least it has like an added bonus. Son Goku, father and son, blocker. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and this card's not in play in your battle area, when an opponent's battle card switches to rest mode by a skill, activate the skill, you may play this card from your hand. So of course yellow has a ton of ways to tap things. That's just how the color is. I also wonder if a skill like blocker works like this. Like I'm pretty sure it would be a skill tapping the card, not like game mechanics. So that's pretty neat. A way you can just get 2 free 15k bodies in there. I really like this combo a lot. You have, again, a free Bardock where you can combo into play the Bardock Will of Iron Ape from back in the day that people may or may not remember. It's been a while since that card's been relevant. But I really like this combo. Like I said, 2 free 15k bodies. Very strong. Probably my favorite combo. Maybe the strongest combo from this set, especially if you're looking at, you know, both cards being playable. I think these are the ones to look at. Then we've got SS3 Tag Team Son Gohan. And we have a 4-drop 15k blocker. Again, randomly has blocker, but whatever. Permanent, only 1 can play in your battle area. When a black battle card is removed from your battle area by a skill, activate the skill. You may play this card from your hand. So again, I wonder if the Overwhelm removing a battle card from, you know, I wonder if Overwhelm sending the card to your warp at the end of the turn, I wonder if that triggers this. I'm not sure if that's like a game mechanic thing or a skill thing. If it is, that's really cool. You know, at the end of your turn, you get rid of whatever Overwhelm you played and you just play this guy for free. That's dope. I think that's really good. If you need to rely more on like your opponent using a skill to get rid of it, it makes the card a little bit more situational in a bad way. But if Overwhelm works the way I think it does, this card is just a free play after you get rid of one of your battle cards. Next up, SS3 Tag Team Trunks. This is the first time we've seen like I think non-Xenoverse related characters in an Overwhelm card. That's pretty cool. Like the Gohan's the same way. It's just Son Gohan Future, and this is a Trunks Future, so not a Trunks Xeno. Overwhelm 3. When you play this card using Overwhelm, gains crit for the duration of the turn. Activate battle, choose 1 card in your hand, send it to your warp, sorry. This card gains double strike for the duration of the turn. So a overwhelm 3 crit with a potential double strike is really strong. Like, that's really strong. It's just at any point it could be 2 damage your opponent's not going to see. You pump a little bit of combo power into it, maybe a few super combos. This is a really strong overwhelm. Another good generic overwhelm coming out, which is what we want to see out of the overwhelm slot. So overall, that's all the cards, guys. In my opinion, the Goku Bardock combo is the strongest one. That's just my opinion. And then the second strongest one would probably be the Gohan and Trunks combo, if it works the way I think it does. Hopefully it does. And besides that, I really like the Vegeta, really like the Gohan. So guys, let me know what you guys think about these new duo power rares in the comments below. Really curious to know what you guys are thinking. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Joey. This is Crossroad TCG, and I'll see you guys in the next video.